What is going on, guys? Finally made it back from Wsikf 2023. We're back home doing some editing and just reflecting on some of the things that we learned at Sport Kite Camp 2023. Thank you, Nick O'Neill. Here's a little excerpt from Carl Robertshaw's Flying Together. Check it out. A lot of insightful things over the 10 days. Spend a lot of time with a lot of performers and flyers. Hope you enjoy some of the videos.
Come off, the wings come in.
Oh!
Well, that's closer.
Yeah.
It's kind of a,
Suck in, y'all.
Yeah.
Hi, girl.
I think Scratch Bunnies is a good way to sort of talk about team flying specifically, as it were. So the team Scratch Bunnies is a really shit name. So, but the team started really with Robin, Richard, and Dave, and they were just filling in. So they were just kind of a joke team. It's a scratch team, so the name is a bit of a joke name. And then I started developing the Fury, the Sport Kite, and here's a group of friends who are in a team, so let's make some prototypes and test it out in a team scenario. Of course, what we end up doing is actually like magnets get drawn together, so then we start flying together, and then we went to Bakker and we wrote a routine. I think we wrote the routine in the hotel room at night, and then we were it's like, hang on a minute, well, something's happening here. So in the team we have 150 years of competing experience in the team, so let's use that and actually put it in to be friendly, make friends, be open, talk to people, smile. We can be intimidating, yes, we can employ those tactics, but when it's necessary, don't be like that all the time. Be a force for good sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we were the kind of unknown team, and we're the guys in black, and I think Dan Prentice came up to us with for an interview as we're about to go in. He asked Jeremy, "Are you nervous?" And he said, "No, English." And it was that kind of humour we sort of had, it was about cutting through. It's like, we're not here to entertain you, fuck off, sort of thing. So it's not what you think. You've got to give up your own ego. This is the thing, you've got to let the audience tell you what it is. If they like it or don't like it, well, they're in tears and going, that's the best thing ever. That's what the routine was. Believe that. You have to believe in what people tell you. It's going to last longer than just those numbers. It's not a bank. You're not there to kind of check out when you get the right number. That's not what it's about. So it's more about a kind of...
I have an anecdote about that.
Yeah.
Real quick. I was in an Alps Cup, second place, and then in this competition, second place, and then in that competition, second place. We're 4 years down the line now. It's 1999.
Wow.
All second places. I finally realized it's not about the numbers. It's not about beating the other people. It is about trying to do as well as I can on a given day. That will give me my satisfaction.
Yeah.
And I won my first competition.
There you go.
With my fresh new mindset.
Yeah.
It's not up to you.
Completely. So you can only compare yourself to yourself. Did you do better than yesterday? Have I improved? Have I got a better mentality to it? I did a trick better, and I figured that bit of music out or something.
You end up not even placing, But you know what? To me, that's winning.
Exactly.
Because nobody ever, I never had that experience. I had that many people actually look me up and say that they enjoyed it that much.
Yeah.
So it's like you look back and say, okay, well, you didn't lose. That's winning.
Same line. We've seen it like with indoor performances that go out there and you make a mistake and you come off and you're just beating yourself up because, man, I crashed. And people are still coming up going, oh my God, that was so moving. It is just the way you carry yourself out there.
Absolutely. Channel your mother and your mother's mother and your mother's mother's mother. This, when you think about it, it's about letting go of the ego, and you think about the empathy and about bringing people with you and that togetherness. And this is about the kind of warmth and kind of how you support each other, especially when you're working together. We're not trying to dominate the person next to us. We're not trying to fly, raise the voice of ourselves over somebody else. You're trying to hear them. You're trying to feel them, as it were. And that's very much team flying as well. So it's about that empathy. It's about the work. It's about the craft of it. When you watch people at the top of the game, they're fallible. They've got their own insecurities and stuff. And you see people that are nervous, before a show and what have you. But actually, they've been doing this a long time and they've been making all these mistakes all the way along, and they just accept that. But actually what they're doing is learning all the time as well. So they're incredible at what they do, and they accept the faults, but what they do is keep going, and they keep, like walking as it were, you're falling and walking and you're standing up, and you keep getting back up as it were. So it's not about trying to fail. It's amazing what you can accomplish when no one cares who gets credit for it. You do what's right by sticking to your convictions, and you'll do okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got one more, which is a reference to thing of just think about what your why, your purpose is, as it were. So it's quite a hard question to ask yourself. It's quite, but it takes, once you get there and you understand why you're doing what you do, and then you get to know what you know, that's really amazing.
Carl.
No worries. I just want to be cognizant of we've got good winds, and I know people want to fly, and Waddy wants to do his thing, but
Yeah.